So one of the big sporting events, and our first race to open things up, the Thames Challenge Cup. Cantabrigian Rowing Club against Marlow Rowing Club. Marlow Rowing Club on the Bucks bank, on the Bucks side. And at Temple Island, they're just about ready to go. Nerves and pressure, no doubt, for both Cantabrigian and Marlow. Race number one. This is the Thames Cup at 9 o'clock. Perfect water and fabulous weather. We're underway then. Henley Royal Regatta 2015. Cantabrigian against Marlow in Thames. And as they go past Temple Island, breaking the water for the first time this morning. The crowds will be in later on, but some already up and enjoying what is a perfect morning for this world-famous regatta. Delighted to say that Olympic champion Mark Hunter is alongside me. Mark, good morning to you.
Good morning, Tim.
What a morning we've got for this.
Yeah, what a fantastic day we have ahead of us. You know, gorgeous British sunshine, you know, the course is immaculate, and Henley just looks spectacular.
So today we've got the first round of the Thames, Temple, Princess Elizabeth, Wyfold, Britannia and Forley Challenge Cups. This is the Thames, and you'll be able to spot it's the 8s that are underway early on. And for these rowers who have some travelled from just down the road, at Marlow for instance, some have travelled all around the world, this is a huge moment in their year.
Yeah, this is every athlete who have been training for months and weeks and maybe years to get to this point to actually compete in the regatta. And it's only lucky of the few that will make it to Sunday to race for those medals. But, you know, this, you know, the first race on Wednesday, it's a big one. You know, Marlow just down the road have come here, and, you know, both crews unfortunately didn't make it past Thursday last year. So they'll be trying to, you know, get off to a good start today and start off on a winning streak. And
the unique contest that is Henley Royal Regatta, slightly longer than the Olympic course, on a river, side by side, gladiatorial. It makes for a fascinating 5 days.
Yeah, that's what makes Henley so exciting. You know, it's so different and so unique. You can have the crowd so close to you, attached along the booms on their boats. 2 boats going head to head down the course, and you never want to lose contact with that crew. You always want to stay in contact, because once they get in front, they're out of sight, out of mind. So, you know, the typical strategy at Henley is to get out fast, get out hard, and get in front.
Well, let's have a look at how this race is unfolding in the early stages. Exactly as you say, Mark, neither crew wants to lose touch with each other, and Cantabrigian on the Berkshire bank and Marlow on the Buck side of the course, and it looks very even at this early stage. Perhaps Cantabrigian just nudging ahead with the early advantage, but so important in these first few hundred metres that I suppose they preserve a little bit of energy for later on in the race, but also that they just stay in touch. Cantabrigian just probably half a length up at this early stage.
Yeah, Cantabrigian, it seems to be in a really nice rhythm there. They're kind of rowing very relaxed, they're quite long, and you know, you go after blocks very committed, very firm, very hard. It's all about power, trying to get off explosive power out the blocks. And then you want to get into that long rhythmic rhythm where you can just generate speed and distance per stroke. And Cantabrigian seems to be just pulling away and just easing out every single stroke at the moment.
Not many spectators in at this early stage. You'll see throughout the 5 days the peloton, the cyclists, the coaches going along. Do well to keep up with these two, because these 8s shift, and Cantabrigian in this last couple of 100 metres they've put on a bit of a spurt and they've opened up some clear water, and this is a problem for Marlow early on. Cantabrigian on that Berk side making it look pretty easy, getting a good lead, now got clear water between themselves and Marlow.
Yeah, that's always difficult. They've just come through halfway and they've kind of opened up clear water, and the only thing, because you're racing so close together on this course, is that you start getting dirty water from the boat in front, and it kind of puts you off your rhythm, tips your boat about a little bit, so you don't have clean water to row in.
The stream, I'm told, is slightly stronger on the Berkshire station, where you're sheltered in the last quarter mile. Strong southwest winds, there's no real wind to talk of today. You're better off on the Buck station because of the shelter, but if it's a very still day, the stream can sometimes assist the Berk station a little bit more. Perhaps Cantabrigian taking advantage of that.
Yeah, they could be, but it's been quite a dry summer. We haven't had much rain, so the course theoretically should be quite fair. As you said, there's not a lot of wind out there, and they're kind of just making their way down. They're just running more economically at the moment.
So they have a 2-length lead, Cantabrigian, in the early stages of this race. You can see there the landmarks of Henley, the Red Lion Hotel, and just round the bend from that aerial shot you can see the Henley Bridge. They're down there by the finish line, waiting for these first 2 boats to arrive. They're off every 5 minutes in this regatta, so it's fast and furious. More than 250 races through the 5 days. This is the first of them, and Cantabrigian looking to put themselves a place in round 2 if they can hold their race together. Now we're getting to the business end of this race, Mark. The crowd will be growing as we go in front of the main grandstands, in front of the stewards' enclosure. These will be sights we'll grow used to over the next few days, and they're drawing in towards the close now, and this is the business end of the race.
Yeah, and Canterbury have got a nice lead now, so that they won't have to waste as much energy. They can just relax, just keep it nice and long. They won't have to use that spurt, because as you progress through the regatta, the more harder races you have, the more it takes it out of you, because you're racing every day at Henley. It's not like a World Championship event or other international races where you might get 2 days races or 2 days rest.
So into the final stretch of this race, and Cantabrigian, well, they seized the early initiative and now making serene progress towards the finish line. Not too far to go for them. For Marlow Rowing Club, it's an early exit from Thames. Their 8 looks to be bowing out of this one. You can see the finish line just behind the boats now. Thames, first cup up for stakes. It'll be growing to a culmination later on in the week, this one, but in the first round, Cantabrigian have made easy work of Marlow Rowing Club. It'll be a comfortable victory for them. Cantabrigian in the dark navy vests, heading towards the finish line now. Good news for them. Based over in Cambridgeshire. Rarely get past Thursdays, but this year that's an impressive first round performance from Cantabrigian, and they'll have ambitions to progress through to the weekend. It's Cantabrigian that come home in our opener of Henley Royal Regatta 2015, beating Marlow very comfortably. Over the line they go now, and looking relatively relaxed. Cantabrigian safely through to the second round of the Thames, beating Marlow.